Did you know that 80% of Americans feel stressed daily? That's a staggering number. In our fast-paced world, many people are searching for peace and calm. But here's the kicker: mindfulness isn't just about finding quiet moments. It takes practice, patience, and a willingness to face the struggle. Research shows that mindfulness can reduce anxiety by 58% and improve focus by 40%. But why does it feel so hard at first? It's not just you. Many people find it challenging. The truth is, mindfulness requires a different mindset and approach. It's a skill, not a quick fix. In this video, we will dive deep into the real reasons mindfulness takes time to master. We'll explore why patience is essential, the surprising science behind brain changes, and how you can turn everyday tasks into moments of mindfulness. Get ready to unlock the secrets of this powerful practice and discover how it can transform your life. Chapter 1: The Patience Paradox. Why instant Zen is a myth. We live in a world of quick fixes. You want food? Tap a screen, and it's at your door in 15 minutes. Need an answer? Google delivers it in seconds. But mindfulness doesn't work like that, and that's frustrating for a lot of people. In fact, one of the biggest misconceptions about mindfulness is that it's an instant cure for stress and anxiety. It's not. Studies show that it can take 8 weeks of regular mindfulness practice to see noticeable changes in your brain. According to a study from Harvard, those who practice for about 27 minutes daily show significant improvements in areas of the brain linked to memory and emotional control. But here's the kicker: it doesn't happen overnight. Why is that? Well, just like you wouldn't expect to build muscle after one gym session, you can't expect to gain mindfulness from one meditation. Mindfulness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time. Jon Kabat-Zinn, the pioneer of modern mindfulness, said it best: you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Learning to surf takes patience, and mindfulness is no different. What helps? Small, consistent efforts. Don't aim for perfection. Just showing up is the key. Research shows even 10 minutes a day of mindfulness practice can start to reduce stress levels. But you need to stick with it, and that's where patience comes in. Patience is the backbone of mindfulness. It allows you to build resilience, and it's what turns a practice into a habit. Chapter 2: Rewiring Your Brain. The science behind mindfulness transformation. So, what exactly happens when you practice mindfulness over time? It's not just a mental shift, it's a physical one, too. Neuroplasticity is a fancy word for your brain's ability to change, and mindfulness taps right into it. With consistent practice, you can literally rewire your brain. Here's some fascinating science. According to MRI scans from a Massachusetts General Hospital study, people who practice mindfulness show increased gray matter density in the hippocampus, the part of the brain associated with learning and memory. At the same time, the amygdala, our brain's fear center, shrinks. That means less stress and better emotional control. But this transformation doesn't happen overnight. This is why mindfulness feels so slow. Your brain is unlearning old patterns and forming new ones. Imagine a path in the forest. The more you walk it, the clearer the path becomes. Mindfulness is like creating a new mental path. It takes time, repetition, and patience. A good strategy to accelerate this rewiring process is pairing mindfulness with other activities that boost brain plasticity, such as physical exercise. According to the Journal of Cognitive Enhancement, combining mindfulness and aerobic exercise improves cognitive function and emotional regulation even faster than either practice alone. Try this. After your morning workout, sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on your breath. You'll reinforce the benefits of both activities and enhance the brain's ability to rewire itself. Just remember, real change takes consistency. You might not feel the difference right away, but your brain is slowly shifting with each mindful moment. Chapter 3: Silence Speaks Louder. Mastering the art of stillness. In today's hyper-connected world, silence is rare. We fill every gap in our day with notifications, podcasts, or music. But true mindfulness lies in mastering the art of stillness, something most of us are uncomfortable with. In fact, in a study published by the journal Science, 67% of men and 25% of women preferred giving themselves mild electric shocks over sitting alone in a quiet room with their thoughts for 15 minutes. That's how much we resist silence. Here's the thing, stillness isn't just about quieting the mind, it's about learning to listen. One effective strategy is practicing listening to your breath. This sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Instead of trying to control your breath, just listen. Notice the sound it makes as it moves in and out. This subtle shift from doing to observing pulls you into the present moment without forcing your mind to quiet down. Another powerful approach is observing the void. This involves sitting still, with no particular goal in mind, simply observing the space around you, feeling the sensations in your body, and being present with the silence. It's harder than it sounds because the mind will want to fill that space with chatter. But the more you practice, the easier it gets. Research suggests that these kinds of practices not only lower stress but also improve focus and creativity. In a 2013 study from the University of California, participants who engaged in mindfulness exercises experienced a 16% increase in creative problem solving. Why? When the mind is still, it has space to process deeper thoughts and insights. So, next time you feel overwhelmed by noise, whether it's external or internal, try to embrace silence. It's not about escaping from the world, but tuning into it more deeply. If you're finding this content helpful, consider subscribing to our channel. We've got more tips and tricks on mindfulness and personal growth that you won't want to miss. Chapter 4: The Hidden Frustrations. Why struggle is part of the path. When people begin practicing mindfulness, they often expect peace and calm right away. But the reality is that frustration is a natural part of the process. In fact, struggle is essential for growth. If you've ever sat down to meditate and found your mind wandering every 10 seconds, you're not alone. It's a universal experience. The key is realizing that mindfulness is not about stopping thoughts. It's about noticing them without getting caught up in them. As Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned mindfulness teacher, put it, feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Your thoughts are the clouds, your breath is the anchor. When you get frustrated, remember that every time you return to your breath, you're strengthening your mindfulness muscle. Here's a surprising fact. Studies show that mindfulness practitioners who report difficulty in their practice actually gain more benefits in the long run. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, those who embrace the struggle and stay consistent see a 20% greater reduction in symptoms of anxiety and depression compared to those who avoid discomfort. So how can you handle the frustrations? One useful strategy is practicing self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for doing it wrong, gently remind yourself that mindfulness is hard work. It's okay to struggle. Kristin Neff, a leading researcher in self-compassion, found that people who practice kindness toward themselves show increased resilience and better emotional regulation. When frustration arises, treat yourself like you would a good friend, with patience and understanding. Another trick is to start small. If sitting for 10 minutes is overwhelming, start with 2 minutes. Gradually increase your time as you get more comfortable with the process. It's about making the practice manageable, so you stay committed even when it's tough. Chapter 5: Micro-mindfulness, turning everyday tasks into mini meditations. Not everyone has time to sit down for a 20-minute meditation. But here's the good news: mindfulness doesn't have to happen on a cushion. You can weave mindfulness into your everyday life by practicing what's called micro-mindfulness. One great strategy is focusing on small, mundane tasks. For example, instead of rushing through washing the dishes, turn it into a mindfulness practice. Feel the warmth of the water, notice the texture of the soap bubbles, and pay attention to the movements of your hands. This simple act can ground you in the present moment. In fact, Research published in Mindfulness Journal found that people who practiced mindfulness while washing dishes experienced a 27% decrease in nervousness and a 25% increase in mental inspiration. So, these mini moments of awareness can significantly shift your mood and mindset throughout the day. Another powerful way to practice micro-mindfulness is by doing a 1-minute breath check. At any point during your day, whether you're waiting for a meeting or sitting in traffic, pause and take 1 minute to notice your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, the air moving through your nose. This brief reset can reduce stress and help you reconnect with the present. You can also bring mindfulness into your eating. Instead of mindlessly consuming your food, savor each bite. Pay attention to the flavors, textures, and even the sound of chewing. According to Harvard Health Publishing, mindful eating not only improves digestion but can also lead to healthier food choices and a greater appreciation for your meals. The beauty of micro-mindfulness is that it fits seamlessly into your life. You don't need a special space or extra time. By integrating mindfulness into small moments, you build a stronger practice that feels natural and easy to maintain. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about mindfulness and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We have plenty of insightful videos lined up that can help you on your journey to a more mindful life. Thank you for watching.